he made some pretty strong remarks about your policy when it comes to the housing industry. And he said, that's why you have 500,000 more homes listed than buyers for those homes. When the rates come down, prices will also come down with it because you'll have more supply in the marketplace, and supply is what controls prices. He went on to say that, interest rates do not control prices. And he explained that lower rates could stimulate activity in the market, and activity is what makes the economy work. And I agree with his comments, overall, but I believe, as you said earlier, the economy seems stable. And I would agree with that coming from an ag and manufacturing area. It's not booming yet, but I believe most people are optimistic that the good times are coming and that the structure is set and in place. But when it comes to housing, it seems like that's where a lot of Americans they're stuck. They've had low rates, they've got a good mortgage rate, but if they want to make a move, they have to go out of that 3% interest rate into, 4.5%, 5% or higher percent interest rate. Thoughts on addressing housing, because prices are up for sure, but there's no activity. The velocity is very slow.
We see the same thing you do in the housing market. It's tough. There's not, people are locked in. They can't afford to get out of their house because the cost of getting to a higher price mortgage would be a lot. So the best thing we can do, though, is to get inflation sustainably down to 2% and have it stay there over a long period of time. And that is really what we can offer to them. If you go back to the beginning of the pandemic, when we cut to zero and we did all those programs, we really saved the housing industry because they're the front line for interest rates. At a time like this, when rates are, I would say modestly restrictive, not even moderately, but modestly restrictive, they feel it, and their customers feel it. We understand that, but we only have one tool for the whole economy, not just for housing. So it's something we consider, but we have to consider the bigger picture. And I do think in the medium term, as rates come down, you'll see normalization in housing. Of course, there'll still be a national housing shortage.
Considering the macroeconomics of interest rates, how much consideration do you take housing into that decision as you address interest rates?
We're always briefed on it. We always talk about it. We always look at it. But at the end of the day, it's the big U.S. economy, the whole aggregate thing that matters. Mm-hmm. We also talk about the agricultural economy a lot as well. But ultimately, in manufacturing, it's got to be the whole, and not any one particular piece.
Yeah.
Great housing insights from Mr. Powell.